Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is the professor with Day Trading for Success. So today it's going to be pretty exciting. I'm going to be revealing a brand new tweaked indicator that I'm going to be giving away for free for the next 48 hours from the release of this. Otherwise, there'll still be a lot of great information if you come into this late, and you should really see what this indicator is really about. So I'll be right back. Stick around.
Welcome to Day Trading for Success, hosted by the professor, a former math teacher, professional trader, and coder for Charles Schwab's Thinkorswim platform. The professor isn't a licensed financial advisor. Always consult a pro before diving into any strategies or demos you see here. Start smart, practice in a simulator, stick to a solid day trading plan, and don't forget to log every trade. Your profits will start with preparation. Thank you for allowing us to share in your journey. Please remember to subscribe, comment, give a thumbs up, and click that notification bell so you can be the first to receive more of our great content.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. So what you see here is I'm going to do some live trading in just a second just to see how this indicator works. I just beta tested it, and that's why you see $1.50 here. It did just work. So often in the afternoon when I'm doing scripts and new indicators, I will just do some freelance scalping, which is pretty much how I started scalping, without any strategies, not trading the RV strategy and making all that money, not trading the open strategy, but I would just get in and, for the joy of scalping, figure out where the pivot points are and go ahead and scalp. And that's what I'm going to do today with this new indicator, and then I'm going to put this video out right away. So remember, I'm not a financial advisor, so please seek the advice of someone you trust. Since this is coming out without delay, that worries me more. But so let me go over what this is exactly, and I'll show you how I laid this out to start taking these trades. So we're trading BABA, which seem to have enough liquidity to move a little bit. This time of day is a terrible time in between the RV strategy and the power hour strategy. Things are really slow for all stocks, plus all the shenanigans that are being played. Everybody's getting really skittish about trading at all. So unfortunately, that's hurting a lot of us day traders. Excuse me, guys. So this is a 1 minute chart with the scalping indicator. I have a day chart reduced down here. This is the active trader. I'll be doing ask and bid, a little bit different than you normally see. That's how I freelance scalp. And there is a little bit bigger spread on this than I normally like to see, 3 to 6 cents. And that's another reason why I'll do ask and bid. So I may not get picked up all the time, but probably for 50 shares I will. We'll talk about other reasons here. I have the ATR here on the 15-minute chart, and we'll talk about how I set those on the 1 minute chart. Then I have the multi-chart alignment over here. Clearly everything's going down on the 5-minute chart, 15-minute chart, 30-minute chart, 1 hour chart, and 4 hour chart is all showing you we are going down like a fallen knife. Here's the open up here, boom, boom, boom. This is a 5-minute, 10-day. And then, of course, this is the ADX clouds with crossover with an alarm showing us that we are in a downward trend. It is weakening, though, as you can see. So it may be changing. So, and then we have a 5-minute 2-day here, a 1 hour, and a 4 hour. You don't need all these charts. You don't need all this mess. This is how I prefer to set up the strategies in the morning and I pretty much use this continual layout now for anything I trade. I can just adapt it very quickly, but also I can build a layout in like 5 minutes, or less. And I enjoy tweaking and doing different things. And I will often build new ones and just get rid of everything else I had, so there's no stuff being carried over that's not reconciling. As you know, I recommend that you go into your gear wheel and you start a new, let's see if I just have that here. Yeah, you pick something that you already have, and or you just reset the default, build a new one, name it, and then do that. So and then bring it in, and that way it's not slower. So watch that video I have about how to speed up your layout. And then, so on this, we do have a bunch of things on this that I should bring up to your attention here. I do have the 9 moving average there, the 20 moving average, the VWAP are all on there. Then I have these custom pro indicators that I guess they have these as a package now over there at the $1 Million Margin Club. You can get one for free if you don't have them already. The buy-sell oscillator, the MACD, directional surge, the market magnet. I have mine with no labels. They offer it either way. You can have it or not. You'll get both if you get it. This is the one we're going to talk about today, which has been out. But, well, let me just finish. This is the whole and half dollar, and this is a scalping indicator with EMA crossover. So we'll get into why this is different and why I changed it. And when you order it, you get both of them. But today, I'm going to put it out there for free for you guys. So for those of you that follow along, get on it quick, because I'll probably only have it out there for a couple of days. Okay. So that's what's on this chart. This red line is the magnet, this magenta is the magnet. I've done some historical data marking just to trade for a few minutes today. And then here is the new indicator up here. This is the scalping indicator here. And you can see there is the MACD crossover right here. And then there's the buy-sell oscillator. So that's the MACD directional. So these arrows basically tell you which way to go. You know, it's so incredibly accurate that it freaks everybody out. You know, it's calling the trades. See how it called that to go up, called that to go down, called it to go back up, which it did. And then this said, no, it's going to go back down. Then it called to go back up. You know, now if you looked at this and you got to a historical resistance line, most likely if I was going to take a trade right here, I'd look at a couple other things, but this looks like an upward trade. Scalping indicator is pretty strong. Everything else is down, but overall you'd want to, you want to think about going down, but you'd want to try to capture it with the scalp. That's what scalping's all about. So there was a movement where it went up and then it came back down. So I'm just defending this indicator. This indicator is really good. So I recommend you guys getting these, as well as the strategy guides that I have links to, like Day Trading Volume 1 is like, you know, the best book there is out there, keeping it on your desk. And then Day Trading Volume 4, which is all about the open. You know, those are the things that you're going to want to have. And then there's other books there too. So look at the links and all these custom indicators and stuff too. And they're also available for TradingView. Now, this one isn't yet for TradingView, but they run a month or so behind for TradingView. And TradingView is a little different for those TradingView people that watch me, and I'd love to have you here because this is the Thinkorswim is tied into your account already. TradingView, you're bringing in an outside account. It's not done by the broker, the bank, or the brokerage, right? So it's a separate. So it's really hard for any of the custom coding to get the information on specific accounts like this is going to have, and we'll talk about it in a minute. And that's why it's really hard. I doubt this will end up being available on TradingView because of that. So it does have its limitations. You can certainly have tools that I create over here and a whole bunch of studies, but it would be hard to get any kind of indicator that's going to be account specific. Okay, so that's why you might not see them there. Excuse me. So as you see, it turned around just like I said. And just like the indicator said. Now, what else did I do here? Well, just before I turned on the video, I did snap a 10-day fib. So back here. So it went from high to low. It's always left to right, remember? And then I snapped a 2-day 5-minute on a 5-minute chart fib, which is on this one. Shows up better, same thing. Now that's just going to give me some support and resistance lines. No matter when I trade, that's just a good practice to do. Now people can argue over about what chart you put those on, what time increment, how many days you go back. This is what I've found from long time trading, that most traders market this way when you're doing them as support and resistance, and it's all about trading with the crowd. That's what you're doing. So I'm a little hoarse today. I've already been quarterbacking for other traders, and we did the open, and we also did the RV strategy. But I'm almost perpetually like this. Unfortunately, it's just the way that it is. But so I do the 2 fibs, right? And then I went and did historical data. So I only went back a couple of days. Oh, these lines run the full distance, but they were I only marked it right in here. So if we were like to go into this line and edit it and we turn this off, you'll see that I marked it right there. So this is a little throwing it off here. So why don't I just do that real quick? I just set this up to save time, I thought. but now it's not saving time if I'm doing all this. But I don't want you guys to get confused as to where I mark these, because it's not rocket science. And I'm not marking these 5 minute, but normally I would put a 5M up there so everybody knows if I'm mic'd up like right now. But I'm not going through a specific strategy. I'm just telling you, like when I scalp, I will go through this a bit. Sometimes, really thoroughly, and other times just a little bit. If I'm jumping in and out, because it's almost like it's just an enjoyment thing that I like to trade, and I try to make a few hundred, few thousand really quick, depending on the liquidity, which is harder right now to do. So I don't know what that's marking. I must have dragged it over here and snapped it here, but it's clearly marking that. This is marking here, here. Here you can see where it turned around, turned around. So actually, did I? Yeah, I did. I don't know why I didn't. It's so weird. Anyway, so now let's zoom in where I'm going to be trading. Okay, so I kind of just marked that. These are marked like intraday right here today to try to get a range. Now the next thing I would do is I need to know what to expect. So I'm going to look at the range of these candles. So here's your range right up here, right? So that's 14 cents. That one's 13. This one is 18 cents, from wick to wick. 15. This one's pretty good here, 27. This is not like trading Tesla or Nvidia, right? So you don't want to get caught up waiting for something that's not going to happen unless it's many, many candles. And why I'm bringing that up is because of this indicator. Now what we found using the older one that I created and getting feedback from a lot of traders that trade momentum or used it at the open. So let's go over what it really has here, right? I'm going to take an opening position, hang on, and then so we can talk about it when it's got the data up and I can show you what it means. So let's right in the center of where I want to take a trade right now. So let's wait a second. But this is going to show the quantity of shares. This is going to show what price I got them at. This is going to show how much is used in my account. Okay. This is going to be my price per share, and that's going to be the total whether I'm, profit and loss on this particular trade, right? So why are these things different, and why are they more important than what you might have on the active trade? Or maybe not more important, but different. Well, many traders, lots of traders lost their accounts recently because they margined. Now, if you follow the PDT rule, once you reach 25K, you can margin up to 4 times. Overnight, you can margin up to 2 times if you hold it. Most of us don't hold it, but swing traders, a lot of swing traders do. And it's usually the logic if you've gone into a scalp, right? And say I got a scalp here and I went long. Let's just say I made a bad move, and then it went down and it went down and it went down, and it went way all the way down here, but I didn't get out. I didn't follow my day trading plan, or I had a wide range of what I could do because I believe that it's going to go back up, right? So I might hold it overnight instead of losing it. I don't do that very often. And in a situation like this, since it was trending down, I would never hold a long position overnight. I would only hold it if it was going the correct way, and I felt, overall, and I felt it was going to come back. Just as a side note, but a lot of trade, and everybody makes mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. I lose trades all the time. Why? I'm not trying to act like I don't do the mistakes and couldn't blow an account, because early on I definitely blew an account. But when people do margin and they hold it, what happened with the whole tariff thing and then the pause and the unpause, just ridiculous, man. I have no respect for that at all. It's like you have an idea, and then when it applies to people and their living and their IRA and the stock market, it's just nonsense and chaos by the administration, just craziness, not making a statement about the entire administration. I'm making a statement about this business in the stock market, and all of us that are retail traders made it impossible for us to predict it. Now, of course, all those people that knew he was going to pause and unpause, I wonder who they are. I mean, they're all over the news. They had some insider trading, right? Man, this is just my opinion. Just my opinion. No accusations, no names. But come on, really. Very aggravating for us retail traders. But what's really happened is you've lost being able to predict as well which way it's going to go, because now people are just all shaken up. So many people fell out. And what I was saying is that because of that situation that happened, a lot of people were on margin. And as it went overnight, you're on margin for 4 times, and you only get 2 times. And then as it goes down, then you get margin calls, and you blow your account. And it came in, this little indicator came in a lot more handy, so people could calc very quickly when they're in an open live trade, how much of their capital are they using? Are they on margin? Did they figure it out for the price of the stock and the share of the stock? Because you don't usually think about that when you're day trading, unless you get the funny noise that says you've exceeded a weird little doing that you can't take that trade, or lack of a sound, I think it is, more than anything, on Thinkorswim anyway. So hey, I've exceeded the value even with margin of my account. But anyway, it became very necessary to know these days, to know if you're going to trade on margin, are you going in overnight on margin? Because if you are, you could get really hurt. So you might want to just lick your wounds, take your loss, and get the heck out, or lower your share size and take a partial loss, which a lot of people do, or just don't get in that position, which now everybody's thinking, I don't want to get into a position where I end up, like I used to do. Well, I'm going to hold it because I always know it's going to come back there. Well, we don't know that anymore. You guys, most of you know what I'm talking about. We have no idea if it's going to go, things are going to go up and down. We don't know what the next news is going to be right now. Most day traders are just, or swing traders are just out. They're just not even, just hold their money like Warren Buffett, 350 billion cash, just get out of the market. That's what a lot of people are doing. But if you're day trading, you can stick in it. So let's get back to what we're doing here. So these indicators pretty much called it, which is great. So I'm going to try to take a position here. So let me just buy the bid. Let me see if I can get in here. Yeah, okay, so I bought the bid down here. Now the next, if this keeps going down, I would think about, so that's how much capital I just used to buy 50 shares of BABA, okay? So now when I trade, and I bought the bid, and I got it at 108.87. So when I am trading bid and ask and 50 shares, sometimes if I think it's going to come back, I will add 50 shares and wait for it to, then get a better position. So I buy the bid again. But because of this, and because of this line here, I'm thinking we're going to get a bit of a recovery on a bounce here. And that's why I took the trade long. And I just wanted to show you why this is so important, right? So this is what momentum traders were pointing out to me, like, I'm going for 10 cents. Or I'm going for 20 cents and I don't want to lose more than 10 cents. So right here, without doing any other calcs, if I was trading 2 to 1 looking for a 20-cent gain and I was down 10 cents, I'd just get out of the trade and go, okay, that was a losing trade, and I'm not doing that, but maybe I should just by looking at the price action. But obviously I'm not at a real threat here, whatever happens. But, so this is, what was being pointed out to me is this was the most important part, other than the total capital being used, which is good, particularly if you just want to know what's being used in your account, right? Then you add the numbers or whatever to see where you're at right now, right? So it looks like this might recover. I saw some video the other day from another trader who said, just making up pattern names, and he said, now this is a John Wick. I just thought that was so funny. And I was looking at some of his stuff and I was just like, okay, same old, same old. But, it's clever to give, it's cool to give it good names, funny names. So here we go. So I don't have any, it says I have 25 cents. It hasn't picked up that I'm up 2 cents. There it is. So I'm up 2 cents now. So now if you're looking at the total range of these candles, they're only like 9 cents. So I really shouldn't go for more than like 5 cents if I'm planning to stay in a 1 minute move. So you'd want to go higher share size. And I don't know if you're trying to make real, trying to make $100 a day or $200 a day, $300 a day. But, this may recover up here, but since we're on a downward trend, I'd be more inclined to like just get out, So I would get out if it banged and turned around too. So now I watch the ask a lot, but I also might watch that a lot, right? So I've not seen any help from the MACD or the buy-sell oscillator right here. But let's see if it bangs the 91 again. Yeah, it did. So I'm just going to go ahead and see if I can get out. I'm trying to get out at 93, see it, and just make a couple of bucks. But it is fading off there fast. Yeah, so because it popped me up higher than I wanted to be to get out. So now you can always get out market as well. And if you want to do that, remember you cancel all and then you just sell. And so I did end up making something there. And then it went up. That would have been picked up. But I was just trying to show you, how I would trade if it's not getting the price I want. Often I'll cancel this and just get out, or I'll wait and watch the price action and get back in because I'm thinking, hey, it's still going to go up. But let's take another position so you can see a little bit more about how this indicator could be. Now, here's the thing, right? This is going really slow. We're at a bad time of day. So now imagine this just going, really fast, like the level 2. So you're hitting your max 10 cent down or max 20 cents up within a few seconds. And that's what you look at it, you just go, you're sitting over here, just watching that thing with your eyes, and you're just sitting over here getting ready. Okay, I made my 20 cents. You might want... You might want to make 50 cents. You might have 100 shares. You might have 500 shares. It just depends. You want to look at the overall volume. We do not have a lot of volume here. Excuse me. So this is just showing you a demonstration. In the middle of the day, I don't normally trade here. I just finished tweaking this. Now this is saying turn around. So what I'll do up here is what are we at? It still says only 1904, even though 109.04. Wait, was that at 108.04? Did that go up a whole dollar? No, it was at 94. Was it? Over? No, that's where it was. All right. So I should have sold it up there, and that was at 904. I missed it. I could still try to get in it here. There we go. Let me try to snap it there. Try to get that 50 shares going down. Just based on these lines, it looks like I'm going to miss it unless it pops back up there. Because it does look like it's going to fade. And I would be definitely short biased here, so I don't mind waiting a minute and trying to pick this up. It might go up. I would probably get out if it got up in here rather than that, So now I'm going short, and this is going to tell me how many pennies I'm making on 50 shares, and this is going to tell me how much money I'm making on 50 shares. So it's just another way to look at it. Now, obviously, I'm an indicator-driven trader, and I'm historical data. Like I say in my other videos, whether you mark a line that's 1 minute back, like these lines are only, 20 minutes back, or you mark a line that's 5 years back, it's all historical data, right? And you're looking to those levels, the lines levels, as either a support or resistance that might help you decide guidelines whether to go in or go out or go short or go long or add to your position or whatever it might be. So I marked those, and you can see that it's pretty well respected here. It stopped it. And then your buy-sell oscillator also turned it around, right? Let's see if we can get this to 3 or 4 cents, get it down here and make a little bit more money. And it's, I wouldn't go for much big moves on this because it's so slow. It's not doing anything here. So even all the way down here, that's only 25 from my position. That's 29 cents all the way down there. That's it. So I could sit here and, grow moss trying to trade this stock right now at this time of day, and the volume even dropped from when I first started a minute ago. So it's just like, and eventually even 50 shares might not get picked up. So as we go down here, I'll just buy the bid to get out. So let's just say, what is that at now? So I look over here, I'm making 4 cents right there, right? And can it break the 109, or is the even dollar going to be, no, it broke it. So I'll buy the bid and got out. So I got $6. Now I could have held that and keep going. I don't have a lot of confidence that it's going to make big swings, but it could keep going. And I certainly had no danger. I was just trying to show you, with the pennies here, what to do. So with a larger share size, we could go up and just see if it even picks up 100 shares. I'm not sure it will. And I'm not sure what the point is to do that, but yeah, it wants to turn around again. So I would end up, as it goes up here, I'm going to go ahead and try to go short, see if it picks me up there. So it picked me up all the way. I put it all the way here because that's where the ask is, right, with the spread, even though the price action's down here. So I don't know if it's going to get it, but it looks like it might. But now let's see if it even picks it up as a whole. So I'm one of many waiting at 109.06. Looks like it's going to get me. No, it's going back down. So yeah, that's just horrible price action. I would not normally trade this at all. You can't count on anything, but this did turn it around. Had I picked it up here, I might have gotten 2 or 3 cents. Let's see. Hopefully it won't blow right through it here. I'm holding it still, as you can see, just so we can get one more example of this indicator and how it might work for you. And I have a little cushion if I misjudge this, but I've doubled my share size now. Nope, I missed the move, so it's already gone down. It had it picked me up 3 cents. That would have been $3, $4, $5. So I've kind of missed it. So at this point, I'll just cancel that so I don't forget that it's sitting there. I wanted to tell you that when you mark in your ATR levels, which are here, there's a high. And the low is way down here, and there's the low. So I would watch those two as real support and resistance levels. So I didn't want to mess up this chart by putting those levels there, and it would have thrown them all the way across the chart for me. So I put them on the 15, and on the 15, it wouldn't have shown on my day. So I just saw the prices, and then I just snapped to price level lines to get my ATRs there. So that's how that you can do. You don't have to do any of the math then. So let's see if it comes down here. Let's see if it comes. I mean, if I was going to go long now, I kind of, So look at the candlestick action long term, right? Lower high, right? So to me, this is going to break this level. If I were to read this, it's going to go down below this level. So I don't think I'd take a long here anymore. I'd be worried, because it kept making lower highs. I'd look down here to maybe pick it up at a new level. And you have to wait so long that I could make $2,000 on a different stock in the right time of day. So, you guys know how I trade. But this is just showing you, so I might do something like that and look at another level there and wait for this to kind of get down there where it stopped before. But it's not even kicking off the either the RSI crossover, the EMA crossovers, because they're not, it's just moving so slow. So a scalping indicator picked up quite a bit here on this candle here, which is right there. That's a lot of volume all of a sudden, but didn't make it to the top. And then because of that, look what happened. It went straight up. Always watch where it comes in on the scalping. This is the best indicator to get no matter what, right here. Anyway, guys, this will be a short video. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could cover here that you don't already know. Watch the other videos. I'm sure they'll be releasing more. Okay, wait a minute. It might give me a chance to go short here. One more trade for you guys. Let's see. So 907. Yeah, let's see if we can get picked up there with 100 shares. 109.07. Is it going to do it? Give me my losing trade. That's what's going to happen. Waiting. Wow, finally. That was painful to watch that happen. So we want to see a dip here. So let's see. There's 3 cents. Oh, the wrong way. I was going, geez, oh, I got 3 cents. Uh-oh. Now it's really hurting me. And I've doubled it up to 100 shares. So I could end up being red here. Let's see what's going on here. Hey, it did pick it up right away, which is interesting. So there was enough. Now, these are all equal 100 shares here. So they're multiplied by 100 when you see a number there. So let's see if we can dip this just a little bit more. Yeah, let's try that. And see if it gets me at 109.03. There it goes. So now I've made $10. So now some people would go, that's all I need for the day. It depends on your, what you would normally trade. I would probably trade even less shares on this. But this is a really safe, I don't mean to make light of it, this is a really safe stock to trade too, because you can't get in too much trouble. You can, and look at that, it got out just in time. Now it's up to 11. So it seems to be trying to make a higher high here, but I don't know if I would, when you look at everything showing, look at these moves down. It is consolidating now across, though. It's been for a while. That fib line I would absolutely respect big time. If it tried to break through that, I would if I was trading, I would get into that as a short right there. If it goes up there, I don't know if it will. Again, the buy-sell oscillator is turning it around. Okay, guys, I hope this was helpful. So look in the link. This will be free for a few days if you are following along with me, probably till like Saturday, because I'm going to put this out the same day, which is Thursday, right? Today's Thursday. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and then tomorrow's Good Friday. So, yeah, I'll keep this out for a few days. But I'm sure they're going to be released other videos of mine over the weekend. So, okay, guys. Thanks for watching, and always stay inquisitive and go green out there.